Today I fucked up by going permanently deaf after intense sit-ups. I was on my last exercise, which was just your regular old sit-up. I get to the point where I can barely finish a full sit-up, pushing myself hard to finish the last few, when I feel a pop in my left ear. My ear starts ringing. Nothing else was wrong with me though, so I shrugged it off, quit my workout, and went to sleep about an hour later. It's 6 AM when I wake up. I look at the time, but I notice everything around me seems to be spinning. I also realize the sound of every movement I make only seems to reach my right ear. Something was definitely wrong, and I immediately remembered the pop in my ear the night before. At this point I'm not that worried yet, but I start Googling my symptoms, as you do. I usually don't get too affected by all these "you have cancer" or "you're going to die" diagnoses you always find, but this time it struck me that everything definitely pointed to a serious issue, a fractured round or oval window. This can cause serious hearing loss. By now, I also found out that every movement I make causes intense vertigo and nausea. This is the point I start panicking a bit. After a visit to the doctor, a nice morning of throwing up from nausea, and then a hospital visit, I'm told that it is probably exactly what I thought. Apparently it is extremely rare, but this can happen during a workout. I'm given steroids for a higher chance of recovery and get sent home. 2 days later I get a call from the doctor, asking if I can have surgery the next day. She explained it didn't feel right to her and she wanted to diagnose the problem and possibly fix it as soon as possible. I had the surgery, and everything seemed healthy. She explained that this meant it was likely indeed a fracture in the oval window. Fractures can be so small, it's possible you will never locate them. During surgery, she something to the oval window to increase the likelihood of recovery, but that's all she could do. Now, after more than a month of recovering from the vertigo, I can do basically everything I used to be able to. Hearing in my left ear is gone. I've been told that it's very unlikely to recover. My balance is still somewhat off, but I've been told I'll get used to that. I'm already mostly used to it. Hearing with just one ear has many downsides, and don't get me wrong, it fucking sucks, but I've learned to live with it already. Well, other than the fact that I am now somewhat terrified of the thought of this happening to my right ear as well. Now what irrationally stings the most about this whole ordeal? I'm a big Linkin Park fan. I had even pre-ordered the collector's edition of their last album. This story happened the day before the Linkin Park concert in Amsterdam that I had tickets to. I obviously couldn't go. It's a selfish thought, but it really fucking stings now that I know it was the last opportunity to see them live. Too long didn't read. I was working out using bad form and breathing techniques, feel a pop in my left ear, wake up deaf the next morning with extreme vertigo. Had surgery and medicine, but to no avail. Am deaf in my left ear now. Edit, some people asking what the "today I fucked up" was. I mean, I literally did sit-ups so hard and with wrong breathing techniques that I put too much pressure on my head and ripped a vital part of my left ear. I think that counts, even if some bad luck is required as well. Edit 2, now bolded because this is important, to those saying another reason not to work out and actually mean it, I was incredibly dumb. Please remember that. I held my breath, which is dumb. I kept going when my body barely could, which is dumb. I strained all my muscles to get those last few sit-ups out, which is dumb. Etc. Working out doesn't cause this. Being a dumb fuck who doesn't know what he's doing causes this. Tip from someone who lost it on the other side. You don't really get used to it with the balance. Prepare to clip door frames and walls for the rest of your life, lol. Eventually you just get used to running into things. What's going to suck the most is when you find out how much stuff is separated into stereo R and L channel audio. Headphones are never going to be the same. Just crank that LP up loud. Sorry you missed your chance at that concert. Now I have to worry about another thing I never knew about happening to me. Yay. The good news is anisms are far more likely, in which case you wouldn't have to live with partial deafness. Man, I honestly don't know what to say. Everything about this story sucks. I always say try to be an optimist, or look on the bright side, but I feel so fucking bad for you, man. If it makes you feel any better, which I doubt it will, this is just a reminder to me, and hopefully others, that your body has the capability of pushing itself too hard and damaging itself. One to remember. All the best, man. Part of the reason I wanted to post this is for if it could help anyone from making the same mistake I made. Stop when your body is telling you to stop. It's really that easy. But don't worry, I'm fine. I'm going about my life just as I was before. It's a little bit of a handicap, but out of all handicaps this is probably one of the easiest to live with. She explained that this meant it was likely indeed a rapture in the oval window. I hope your ear successfully ascended into heaven. Ha, I'm sure it did. It never did me any wrong, until it broke, that is. I fixed the error though, thanks for pointing that out. Hey, Op, you've got great abs. OP, what? Today I fucked up by smoking a joint. So I'm literally writing this about 30 minutes after it happened. So this morning I'm thinking I'm going to smoke a small joint before I go into work to deal some minor stress. Dad just had a heart attack this morning, so I'm running late thanks to the awful choice to smoke a joint. As I realize I wasn't going to get to the train station in time, I spent £10 on a taxi there. So I get to the train station and buy my ticket, £6.80, and jump on the train ready to not be late for work. So what happens? Because I'm so fucking baked, I leave my ticket and the receipt on the train. Get to the barriers and I can't find the bloody thing, at which point I ask an attendant if I'm able to rebuy my ticket and he tells me yes, but you're going to have to pay a £20 fine for traveling without a ticket. As well as annoying as this is, I can't do much but agree, so I pay. Now my journey is at £33.60 so far. I then ask if I can have my ticket so I can return back from work later, and I'm told no, you will have to buy another one. So after this costly shitstorm of a travel fare, I get into work and explain my shitty morning to my manager and that I'm going to need to take tomorrow off to see my dad in hospital. I then find out that I have booked today and tomorrow off about 2 weeks ago. Today I fucked up. Too long didn't read. Got high, late for work, paid an expensive taxi, lost train ticket on train, got fined, had to buy a new one as well, didn't even have to be at work today. The journey totaled £40. 40? I wasn't gonna go to work, but then I got high. According to the title, I thought it would be the car dealership employee firing story from yesterday, from the, now former, colleague's point of view. I hope you had a second one to roll up after that whole ordeal. Hope your dad feels better, by the way. I know those feels. You know you don't have to pay the fine if you buy a ticket. You either pay the fine or pay for a ticket. If the ticket is more than 20, you get the ticket and no fine. I know this because I've been to court with the dicks and they ended up having to pay me the £20 fine back because my ticket was £30 something. This a testament to how good legalizing marijuana is for the economy. Best regards to your dad for a speedy recovery. Today I fucked up by not doing my sports bra properly. Every Monday evening after work I go to an aerobics class which involves a lot of jumping around. This week I was in a hurry, and I had to get a lift because my car is in the garage and my mum was shouting me to get in the car as I'm getting dressed. I put on my sports bra, which is zip at the front and has a few clips on the inside as well, but because my mum was rushing me I skipped the clips thinking it will be fine. Spoiler alert, it wasn't fine. So midway through my aerobics class I feel a ping and my damn sports bra has burst open, titties waving around for all to see. Now my boobs aren't small, we're talking DD. I was mortified. Ran to the toilet to do my bra back up, can't imagine going back to that class now. Too long didn't read, didn't do my sports bra properly, it pinged open and everyone saw my boobs. Edit, some of your responses have had me in tears laughing, thanks Reddit for making me laugh about it. Edit 2, thanks for the silver. Edit 3, gold. Wow, thank you stranger. I definitely think my wayward boobs earned this. I had something similar happen to me, but it was in a grocery store and my boobs fell out of my dress that wasn't buttoned properly. No one said anything to me about it then, and I've seen the same cashiers since, and although I die a little on the inside it seems like they don't even remember the incident. I'm sure the people in your class should react the same way. Unless they're dicks lol. I hear boobs and dicks get along well, though. I just bought a sports bra that has a front zipper, never owned one like that before, and didn't know what the point of the inner hook was, so I haven't been using it. I just realized that I was putting my breasts in the mercy of a flimsy zipper. Oh geez. Definitely gonna be using that extra hook from now on. Edit, small grammar fix. I learnt the hard way that inside hook is there for a reason. Some dude in the class was thinking titties pop out and now thinks he has telekinesis or something. The worst part about that was I feel like I did that with my mind, cause the whole time she was dancing I was thinking, come on, titty. Come on, titty. Dave Chappelle. Happened to me freshman year. I was swimming with this guy that liked me and our families because he was a family friend. My bikini top snaps open and I flashed my family friend, his little brother, his parents, and my parents. Great for the guy that was into me, horribly awkward for everyone else. Don't wear string bikinis. Edit, I got a PM calling me a slut for this. Might I add that it was completely accidental, and I was 14 at the time. Edit 2, thank you so much to whoever gave me my first gold. Bold strategy cotton, let's see if it pays off. That's a very interesting way to assert dominance. That's my fucking tit, bitch.